Monday Night Raw opened with a Miz TV segment hosted by The Miz, with Cody Rhodes being the special guest to promote their match later on the show. During this segment, The Miz kept correcting Cody for using the words belt and wrestlers and said he should refer to them as titles and superstars. And also during this segment, the rematch between Seth Rollins and Cody Rhodes was slightly hinted at. Veer made his in-ring debut against Dominik, although this wasn't the advertised match, as Veer was supposed to go one-on-one against Rey Mysterio. But cards subject to change, and Veer made Dominik tap out in his debut match. And this was the shortest match of the night, as it lasted for 2 minutes. Next we had AJ vs Damian Priest, and this was a fun match that was going really well until they decided to do this stupid finish, where AJ went for the phenomenal forearm and Damian shoved AJ to the outside, and after which Damian got on one knee in the middle of the ring and the lights began to go out and they went to commercial. And after they came back from commercial, the match was finished. That's it. That's how the match ended, in a no contest. This was a weird and stupid way to end the match. When Cody vs Miz was advertised, I thought this was going to be the main event of the show, but we got this match a little sooner. Just moments after the match began, Rollins' music hits and he makes his way to ringside. Cody and The Miz had a great TV match, and if it wasn't for the main event between the Usos and Street Profits, which we didn't even know was happening at this point, this would have been the match of the night. And Cody got the win using the crossroads. But the biggest takeaway happened after the match, as Seth challenged Cody for a rematch and Cody accepted. Rollins vs Rhodes 2 will happen at Backlash. The scheduled Women's Tag Team Championship match between Sasha Banks and Naomi versus Rhea Ripley and Liv Morgan did not happen, as WWE mentioned on commentary that Rhea Ripley was out due to medical protocol. Instead of the championship match, we got a singles match between Naomi and Liv Morgan, which saw Naomi pick up the win over Liv in a very short match. And after the match, it was announced the scheduled Women's Championship match will take place on next week's Raw. Bianca Belair's next challenger was revealed after she had a singles match against Queen Zelena, and this match lasted about the same length as the other women's match, and Bianca won the match with the KOD. And after the match, Sonya Deville came out with the contract. After Sonya baited Bianca to sign the open contract, Sonya attacked Bianca from behind and announced herself as the challenger, and the match has now been made official for WrestleMania Backlash. In a backstage promo, Austin Theory revealed he's got a US Championship match against Finn Balor on next week's Raw, and said he now goes by just his last name, Theory. And the name change was confirmed on WWE's official website. And the main event was the Usos versus the Street Profits to find out who will challenge RK Bro for the Raw Tag titles. The Usos and the Profits had a fantastic main event, and in the end, the Usos picked up the win with the 1D. And this was the longest match of the night, as it went for 15 minutes. The tag title unification match has now been made official for WrestleMania Backlash. I had posted a poll on the channel asking you guys which was your takeaway moment from the show, and 62% of you voted for the Rollins vs Rhodes 2 announcement. Apart from the AJ vs Priest finish, this was the biggest takeaway from the show.